is SEO dead? And uh, does SEO matter today? Yeah.
Well, SEO has a really big bearing on how successful people are in AI in terms of their obviously, there's still a tremendous amount of organic that is influenced by traditional SEO, both within Google and Bing. There are all different types of experiments that Google and Bing and ChatGPT and Perplexity and Anthropic's different models and all the different search bots that we've been hearing about. But it's always like, to me, it's a ticking clock, and the question is, when does it hit that time? It's not so much that SEO is dead, it's that it's become something that's just infinitely more complex than what most people can handle. we still, like, for now, we're cooperatively working with AI. I don't know any marketers that don't have a chatbot or something open all the time so that they can, fill in knowledge gaps or whatnot. So the biggest thing that a lot of SEOs have been focused on is they create a sense of, they create content. So this is the big, I think there's going to be a pretty big change in how content is created. And I don't think any SEOs that really are passionate about like information architecture and creating useful information will really be surprised or even upset about this. A lot of content is created online that tries to satisfy the search engines over the user. And I think that for SEOs that have constantly tried to create content for users, in terms of just focusing on the expert of their own content, making sure that the website or the brand they're working for, that they only focus on their core set of information, that those sites continue to do well both within SEO, but also in sort of organic search and also perform well in a lot of the different. So like with Google's results, we'll see like a lot of times they'll have the AI overview at the top, and then we'll see the search results below, and that's still a thing. Google's experimenting with AI only, so it actually doesn't even have the search results. A good site that is optimized using semantic content structures, so a site that tries to define their major subjects in terms of who, what, where, why, like the full breadth of what that subject is. The site that is the most useful in terms of that, they will perform in those AI modes quite well. There's another component of that, which is chatbots, for example. They don't crawl a website. They use like citations. So in terms of, if you think of like a peer review study, a lot of the time a researcher is valued or their reputation is based on how many people cite different research they've done, and that would be like a citation. And then so I think that building authority guides and depth of content that will get you different people will reference you in terms of, like, if you came up with a specific idea before other people, a lot of times you'll get a lot more. We're just calling them links, but in reality it actually is like a research type. You become part of the bigger conversation, and we see that the people that dominate in the top SERPs tend to be sites that are very, very well the most. They define the subject for both the user and the search engine most effectively. I think the big difficulty is for agencies and site owners who haven't been, so if your site is well marked up with schema markup, and you compare yourself to different competitors, and you have the same type of, if you're looking at the coding and whatnot, if you're like matching that for the most part, you're probably performing a lot better than your competitors in both in terms of ChatGPT, in terms of Google. So Google uses Google Gemini. They blend that with their search results. So it's not just like AI overviews. There's all different other types of influences it can have.